Hey, how you guys doing? This is Daniel Rucker with True Table. I'm back at it. I'm back in here. I haven't touched down in a minute, but we're going to keep bringing it. We're going to keep bringing this content. Thank you for being here with me today. Go ahead when you get a chance, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because I'm doing it for y'all. So without further ado, I am going to be talking about insecurities today, specifically women's insecurities. This video was actually motivated by a good friend of mine, Mr. Randy. So this one is for you, sir, and all the gentlemen, but the content is necessary. It's necessary. Now, why is it necessary? Why may you be talking about this today, Daniel, and giving us a look, a viewpoint and perspective of why a woman's insecurities are important? Well, I think at one time or another, if not even currently, even the people right now listening to the sound of my voice that are dealing with some woman or maybe multiple women, your world, no judgment. However you get down, that's up to you. But I'm pretty sure that with that comes a series of clash and conflict. Now, there's so many reasons why. There's so many particular reasons on why this happens. It's not one or the other thing, but I will tell you that one of the reasons why we clash, male to female, and in this thing we call dating, the insecurities are there. They're real, and it's crazy because a lot of times I think that us fellas give women the benefit of the doubt at the fact that she may be looking at her like, damn, she bad, she nice, and the aesthetics, her physical appearance, maybe even her cool demeanor may distract you from the toxicity that's going on in her head or the damage that's going on in both in her head and her heart. Because guess what, fellas? She had a life before she met you. She dealt with dudes before you. And somebody, if not a few people, probably added to her already fixated default setting of her being insecure. Now, I did a little research on this particular topic, and Google is just an amazing thing. It's just great. Anything you want to find out, you just go ahead and type it in there and it'll give you some information. But to my surprise, actually, the statistics on this is they say that 1 in 4 women are insecure. 1 in 4. That means that 25% of the overall female population is insecure. So if you line up 4 women, fellas, just 4, not 400, not 4,000, just 4. 1 out of 4 of her are going to be insecure. And it's crazy because even to the point to where they say 1 in 4 of them are either experiencing anxiety or they are prescribed some type of antidepressant or medication due to the fact. That's shocking, right? Another statistic is 74% of women suffer with their self-image or the fact that they are not accepted in society, or they don't show up in society the way that they want. Now, where am I getting these statistics from? Online. This particular website, I believe, called heartofleadership.org/statistics. It'll give you the rundown. Another one says that 98% of girls feel an immense pressure from external sources like self-esteem. 90% of teen girls would like to change something about the way they look, body, weight, ranking, so on and so forth. But the 1 in 4 is what stood out for me. 1 in 4 girls have a clinical diagnosis. Wow. So, some of you guys may be saying, well, why is this relevant? Well, it's relevant, fellas, because we all know that just being a man, in today's society is tough, and we have a lot of things that we have to do and take care of, working, building legacy, self-educating, learning how to be progressive as well as dominant, as well as proficient, efficient, competent. And a lot of the times, when you're trying to go ahead and find you a young lady to partner with, to deal with, to bridge with, to bring together, you're not doing it from the standpoint that you're gonna be signing up for nonsense. At least I don't think that most men go into a situation assuming that this girl gonna be crazy, right? But guess what, fellas? 1 in 4 of them, again, 1 in 4 are clinically diagnosed with some type of depression, or stress. They eating disorders, cutting, the list goes on. So I need you to keep that in mind when you're going ahead and you're going to be dealing with any female. It is very, very important. And I've always stressed this to all my fellas. It's very, very important that when you are getting to know her, you need to ask the right questions. You know, there's so many dudes that I feel get distracted by the breast and the butt and she cute, maybe the dimples, and I get it. But yo, you want to know what's going on in here, because you mess around and get with the wrong woman and she mess your whole program up. You know, I've seen it happen and unfold right in front of my eyes with different gentlemen that didn't quite investigate, you know, and the woman's nature is to be nosy. A woman's nature is to be inquisitive. Well, fellas, I think we need to step our game up, and you need to do the same. You need to ask them questions. You need to figure out who she was with the last time, why that situation didn't work out, you know, what her plans are, what her life looks like, you know, 5 years ago, and then 5 years, you know, from now, from this point, and then why she feels she's even qualified to be with you. I mean, and say it like that. Don't be soft and be all tender, you know, like you're afraid to speak your mind. Ask her, why do you feel you qualified to be with me? Straight up. And even how she answers that question will tell you a lot about what the state of mind that young lady is in. Because I think that sometimes a lot of my fellas get scared to keep it a buck, to keep it real. And if you can't be yourself and flow, she don't belong there. That's just how I feel. So anyway, don't get caught up in the trap. What do you mean by the trap, Daniel? A lot of women by nature are manipulative. They are, I've said it in my previous videos, they are designed to figure out what they can get away with you. When they show up, their job as the emotional terrorists that they are is to figure out how they can, you know, provoke, manipulate, and get their way. They want to see how strong, how stern, how solid you really are. That's her job, right? A lot of dudes get caught up with the trap because, see, women have convinced themselves that in their mind, the real world runs based on the way they see things. I'll give you an example. You ever had it to where one of your girls you dating, or your girlfriend, or whatever status she falls into, right? She gets dressed. She does something to her hair. You know, she gets a new outfit, or, you know, she's working out or whatever, right? She does something. And in her mind, she's doing this, right? She's doing this to get attention. She's doing this to keep you on your toes, to figure out how attentive you really are, how much you pay attention, right? Now, mind you, it's crazy because you would think that wouldn't, you know, that's petty, right? Like, in my opinion, it's petty. But no, they do this, right? They're testing you. So she'll go change her hair color. She may change her makeup, do something crazy. She may even get a new scent. She may even get a new perfume. And she's not gonna tell you she did this. She's just gonna do it. Then she's gonna show up to your date, or she's gonna show up to your house, or wherever you guys, you know, meet up and come together at. And she's going to be silent and present herself in hopes that you catch it, right? And not just catch it, but verbalize it. Something like, oh, babe, damn, is that a new perfume? Did you lose weight? Did you do something to your hair? And she's gonna be like, yeah. You noticed? Fellas, this is a trap. This is a trap. They do this crap to test you. Because a woman's nature, like we stated at the beginning of this video, they're insecure. See, they already go through body issues and not knowing if they're smart enough, and not knowing if they're confident enough, or, you know, not knowing if they're sexually desired. And guess what? That's really not your problem. That's really not your issue. You know, one thing I love about my boy Cat Williams is in one of his, I think it was the Pimp Chronicles, the stand-up, most people know it, when he had the green coat on, you know, he had the hair that was whipped, and he was like, it's called self-esteem. You know, like, that crap was hilarious, but it's true. It's called self-esteem. That means it's esteem of your motherfucking self. And I need you fellas to understand that, yo, that is their job. That ain't your job. Your job is to be the consistent, honest, integral, ethical, dominant, man that you are. And if she's privileged enough to be in your life, she's going to benefit from all the things that you bring. Your resources, your intellect, your, mannerisms, your network, all of that. But that insecurity, don't let them get you trapped with that. Because they will. See, the fact that she's insecure, she wants to put her insecurities on you. She wants to now make it your job to compliment her. And compliment is not just verbal, but compliment her verbally, compliment her with, pictures and crap online. Like, don't fall for that nonsense. Don't fall for that crap to where they try to pressure you into providing them with the verification and the validation from your gestures and your words. You stick to your guns. You remind her that she should be good, happy, solid within herself. That's her job. Self-love is real. So that's what I say we promote, fellas. We promote self-love. Your job is to do that and remind her that at any time she's feeling, insecure, not feeling her best, you tell her to go into the restroom and look into that big, glass window that's attached to the wall called a mirror and tell her to say, self, you're beautiful. Self, you're amazing. And then ask her to reflect on how she feels after the fact. Because that's what is her job. Before she showed up in your life, she should have been self-sufficient. She should have been solid in herself. She should have been a whole person. So do not allow them to come in and try to rewrite and reprogram your situation, fellas. Because at the end of the day, you as a man are just that. You're just a man. You don't walk on water. You don't make miracles happen. And she needs to know that. It is not your job to care about her so much that she feels secure with herself. Impossible. So I just want to touch on that, briefly today. Thank you guys for who hung out with me today. I definitely appreciate it. When you get a chance, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. And I appreciate you guys. I'm be coming with another video soon. So thank you. Have a good one.